tubers. You'll have to excuse the noise in the background. I got a load of laundry going, so it's gonna be a little noisy. Today is, what day is it? That day. Yeah, it's Sunday morning. What are we doing today, or what am I doing today? I'll tell ya here in a moment. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna work on this bench here because I need to clear everything off, get stuff kind of semi-organized because I need to put that transmission back together because it's gonna go in soon. So what I'm gonna be doing today is getting this kind of reorganized, and this big shelf that I have here, I was gonna try and mount it or put it back here, but I don't want to block this door and I don't think it's gonna fit anyways. So what I'm gonna do is take all the stuff in the corner here, we'll get it out this way, and this shelf's gonna go against the door, and then I'll put my little shelf here that has all the oils. It'll be next to this big shelf, and I think that'll be better anyways. This will give me plenty of room to work on this side of the Explorer, which is pretty much all I need, and I'll have a little bit of room over here to get both sides of the vehicle. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll it in here, and once it's in here, it'll have a few days to dry out and stuff. I want it to dry out inside as well, because it's the front windshield needs to be replaced, and I'd rather it stop getting moisture in there. I want it to dry out, so that's part of the plan. And plus, I can work on it in here, not get rained on. I've got the heater going, which this little electric heater is actually warming it up in here, so it'll be halfway decent to work on the Explorer and be out of the elements. The interstate battery that's in the Explorer is a piece of crap. It doesn't seem to want to charge. Regardless, I've got it on the charger anyways. I'm gonna let it chooch. I got it at the 2 amp rate, so to just I'm in no real rush because I'm gonna spend a few hours out here. Hopefully it'll be enough to just start it. So we'll find out. If it doesn't start, then I have to go get a new battery, but probably what I'll do is I'll just push it in here.
Sitting in my right seat, buckle up, and I'll take you through the 5 speeds. Wind it up, or I can slow it way down. In the woods, or right uptown. Ow!
Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. Okay, so I'm going to address one thing with this transmission, and that is this hunk of junk. I kind of want to cut this. I'm wondering if I should put this in or not, because this is all broken. Bye-bye. This wire has been on the exhaust side of the vehicle, so it's all rock hard, and looks like it was up against the exhaust a little bit, and it's just, yeah. We're gonna do one last inspection inside the transmission, just to make sure that we're not missing anything. I'm not gonna rebuild this transmission. It doesn't look like it needs to be rebuilt. I did rebuild the shifter portion. O-ring I think is still good. This transmission looks like it was rebuilt at one point or another. And it came out of a 92 Ford Explorer, and I think pretty sure the reason why it was there is because the engine locked up. I was able to get all the crank bolts loose without having to hold the flywheel, and that tells me it was seized solid. You don't need an invitation. Okay. I'm just looking closely at the synchros. A little play in the front, but that's because of the the front cover is not in all the way. And I'm just checking all the dogs and stuff, make sure they're not chipped and messed up. The seal's good on this too. I'm not gonna replace it. Just not gonna do it. take a look. This has got Japan. This is Koyo. Let's see how we're doing here. Well, it seems okay. I can't feel anything. It feels smooth. Yeah, this has got a fairly new oil slinger / pump. It scoops up. So this right here is a little plastic slinger. What it does, it scoops up oil. I think I've talked about this when I did my M5 with DR2, but I want to go over it again with some of you guys. So as you're going down the road, or with just the engine running, and this being full of oil, which you always want to make sure she's topped off real good. You don't want it to be low on oil, because what happens is this will fling oil up, particularly this gear right here. As this is going, it will fling ATF up, and it pulls up in here. And then you see the little tube right there. It flows through that tube, and it comes out this orifice right here. And when it does that, it goes into this guy right here. You see how all this RTV is right here? We need to get that out of there. But that oil is going to flow in, and then it's going to come in between, well, actually I think it's going to come in here and in between these two dealios here. But this is where the flinger is going to sit, and it's going to suck up oil. It'll suck it up as it's spinning, and then what it does is it pulls it through, and then it feeds the pocket bearing that's in here. This is why you don't run gear lube in these M5ODs, or even ZF5s. You'll kill a ZF5, but you'll definitely kill an M5OD because it relies on that oil flow in here. And if you kill it, it's going to kill the pocket bearing, and then it's just going to destroy itself. So it's very important to just use ATF. Yeah, you can use Synchromesh or ATF as long as it's a thin oil. It will flow just fine into here. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up really good. I'm gonna get a razor blade. I might actually have to go to the store and get one, but I'm just gonna clean that up. Just get the big chunks off, and then I'm gonna grab my RTV and well, after I clean this up as well, I'm going to coat that really nicely and then slam her back in there. We'll get that done, and then we'll clean up the back side and the case. We'll get that glued back on and bolted up, and then our transmission will be ready for installation. Oil's supposed to, this has been completely plugged off. This is why these transmissions grenade. That bearing looks okay. The thing about that bearing down here is that it's not isolated from oil. It's not sealed on the back side, so oil is always there. But that flinger does supply extra oil, and look, this is completely plugged off. Might have been more than I needed. I'm gonna take a Q-tip and, or not a Q-tip, but a stick, and just dig out the excess. Yeah, a little bit more than I really needed there. Wasted a little bit. Someone's gonna get mad at me for it. Honestly, in a manual transmission, it's okay if a tiny bit of this gets in there, The gears are going to chew it up. But it is not a good idea to get any of it in an automatic transmission because you can actually plug stuff up. Yeah, we just want to make sure that this port here is clear and then that one is clear. And then we shouldn't have any premature bearing failure. It's kind of what I'm trying to avoid. I think I have enough ATF. I'm just gonna do regular ATF. I'm not gonna bother with, damn it. I'm not gonna bother doing that synchro mesh. This stuff's actually quite expensive. Not quite an inch. So it's in the magnet. So that's a 15/16. Thank you. Just this actually calls for Mercon V, but this is close enough. We're just gonna run some cheap oil for the time being, and then we'll get some actual ATF, Merc 5 ATF. We're actually halfway. Alright, tubes. Battery's been charging for the last 2 to 3 hours. So let's see if she'll go. Alright, let's see if she fires up. Well, this is a case of the FORD found on Rodetta. Some people are going to say, you're like, it's a dead battery. It's not a Ford thing. Just a little bit. But I almost got it.
The whole truck in there?
Yeah. That's good, I got you on the tailgate now. I think I can get it the rest of the way. That's the part.
Yeah. You want to put the block behind it before I let go?
Yeah.
You don't want it so you can close the door?
I'm gonna shut the door and then push it in the rest of the way. It's a heavy hitters. We made it. It's gonna be a tight fit. See a problem there? Alright, tubes. She is in the garage. Battery's completely dead on it, so I'm gonna have to get a new one. Anyways, be sure to check out the links down below. We got our Facebook page where we share any extra random updatey kind of stuff. And then also be sure to check out Central Oregon Shenanigans and the Fox Shop, and all the links will be down below. Be sure to like this video and subscribe too. Anyways, tubes, I'm gonna call it a day. I can't wait to have the 5-speed in this thing. And there it is. It's ready to go. It's ready. It's ready. I'm sorry, that was creepy.